The ongoing controversy surrounding Disney's live-action Snow White remake and the Daily Wire's alternative adaptation, Snow White and the Evil Queen, has become one of the most polarizing debates in modern entertainment. Fans, critics, and creators are embroiled in discussions about artistic integrity, cultural evolution, and the battle between traditional storytelling and progressive reinterpretation. At the heart of the controversy are two starkly different visions of Snow White: Disney's progressive modernized portrayal led by Rachel Zegler, and the Daily Wire's faithful retelling of the Brothers Grimm classic featuring Brett Cooper. Both projects have ignited intense discussions that extend far beyond the silver screen. Disney's live-action Snow White, helmed by Rachel Zegler, has faced widespread scrutiny ever since the casting announcement. Zegler, known for her breakout role in West Side Story, has reimagined the titular character as a self-reliant leader, abandoning the traditional themes of romance and rescue that defined the original 1937 animated masterpiece. The decision to modernize Snow White's character stems from an effort to resonate with contemporary audiences, presenting her as a fearless ruler driven by her late father's dream of justice and equality. Zegler's interpretation challenges the tropes of the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which many critics argue no longer align with modern sensibilities. One of her most controversial remarks was about the original prince, who she described as a guy who literally stalked Snow White. This comment, meant to critique outdated elements of the story, alienated a significant portion of Disney's traditional fan base. For many, Snow White's innocence and the prince's role as her rescuer are integral to the fairy tale's timeless appeal, making these modern critiques feel like a rejection of the original's charm. Adding to the controversy is Disney's decision to replace the iconic Seven Dwarfs with a diverse group of magical creatures. This change was reportedly inspired by actor Peter Dinklage's critique of the original depiction of Little People, which he described as perpetuating harmful stereotypes. While Disney intended this update to reflect modern values of inclusivity, many fans were left disappointed, arguing that the dwarfs are a fundamental part of Snow White's identity. Their humor, camaraderie, and distinct personalities contributed significantly to the 1937 film's success, and their omission in favor of more generic magical beings has been perceived as a significant loss. The casting of Rachel Zegler also sparked backlash due to its departure from Snow White's traditional depiction. In the Brothers Grimm tale and Disney's animated classic, Snow White is described as having skin as white as snow, a characteristic deeply tied to her identity. Zegler, who is of Colombian descent, defended her casting by explaining that the remake reinterprets Snow White's name as stemming from her survival of a snowstorm as a baby. While some praised this creative shift, others felt it deviated too far from the character's established lore, further fueling the controversy. Amid the uproar, the Daily Wire entered the conversation with its own adaptation, Snow White and the Evil Queen. This project, led by Brett Cooper, promises to stay true to the original Brothers Grimm story while embracing the classic elements that fans feel Disney's remake has forsaken. Cooper, known for her sharp commentary on cultural and political issues, has built a loyal fan base eager to see her take on the iconic role. Her portrayal emphasizes traditional values of kindness, inner beauty, and resilience, presenting a vision of Snow White that many feel has been missing from Disney's modernized approach. Jeremy Boring, co-CEO of the Daily Wire, has positioned the project as a direct response to what he perceives as Disney's abandonment of its storytelling roots. Boring criticized Disney for prioritizing fleeting cultural trends over the timeless elements that made the original Snow White a classic. He pointed out that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs not only saved Disney from financial ruin, but also established the foundation for its global legacy. By choosing to modernize rather than preserve the story, Boring argues, Disney risks alienating the very audience that has supported it for generations. Brett Cooper has taken an active role in promoting Snow White and the Evil Queen, assuring fans that the adaptation will focus on universal values rather than political messaging. Her depiction of Snow White retains the character's fair skin and classic attire, emphasizing a return to the fairy tale's origins. Fans have praised Cooper's commitment to honoring the story's core themes of love, friendship, and resilience, viewing her adaptation as a refreshing counterpoint to Disney's progressive reimagining. The divide between Disney's and the Daily Wire's adaptations has sparked broader discussions about the role of tradition in storytelling. Disney's remake aims to push boundaries, offering a modernized perspective that aligns with contemporary values of empowerment and self-discovery. Meanwhile, the Daily Wire's approach celebrates the enduring charm of the original tale, rejecting what many perceive as unnecessary revisions. This ideological clash has created a cultural battleground, with passionate supporters rallying behind both visions. For Disney, the stakes couldn't be higher. The studio must convince skeptical audiences that its reimagining can capture the magic of the original while navigating the challenges of inclusivity and representation. The changes, while bold, have drawn criticism for straying too far from the source material, leaving Disney in a precarious position. On the other hand, the Daily Wire faces its own challenges. While it has successfully positioned its adaptation as a return to storytelling roots, it must prove that Snow White and the Evil Queen is more than just a reactionary project. The film's success will depend on its ability to stand on its own merits and resonate with audiences across the cultural spectrum. As these two adaptations compete for the public's favor, they reflect a larger cultural moment where tradition and modernity often collide. The debate over Snow White underscores the difficulty of adapting beloved stories for new generations while preserving the elements that made them timeless. Disney's willingness to take risks and the Daily Wire's commitment to tradition both highlight the evolving landscape of entertainment, where creators are tasked with balancing innovation and authenticity. The enduring appeal of Snow White lies in its universal themes of hope, resilience, and the triumph of good over evil. Whether audiences gravitate toward Disney's progressive vision or the Daily Wire's faithful retelling, the tale continues to inspire meaningful conversations about storytelling, representation, and cultural values. As these adaptations unfold, they serve as a reminder of Snow White's lasting relevance and her ability to reflect society's evolving ideals. What are your thoughts on the Snow White controversy? Do you support Disney's modernized approach, or do you prefer the Daily Wire's traditional take? Share your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding drama. Whatever side you're on, one thing is clear: Snow White's story is far from over, and its cultural impact remains as significant as ever.